What's good? What's good? Welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. We're gonna go over Bitcoin, currently sitting at 21,510. We're up 1.7 on the day. We're seeing market cap of 480 billion, and the 24-hour volume 26.18 billion. Excuse me. Let's hop into the charts. We're gonna start here on the daily. So we broke down back into our ascending triangle, which isn't the strongest sign for the bulls, but we still have a good opportunity to see continuation to the upside. As long as this upsloping trend line is held as support, we can still bounce up to 26K. If we come down and we lose this trend line and we confirm below it, especially if we lose the previous bull market high, then that would give me more confirmation. Yes, you're coming down to 17K and lower. I do think that will happen eventually. But as of right now, I do think we could still see a push to the upside to the 25 to 26K level until this ascending support line is lost. Then that would give me a little bit more confirmation that we are going to come down here for BTC. All right, guys. So we're going to pop over to our next chart, which is our Elliott wave structure here. We've been mentioning this WXY. As you can see right here, we put in that ABC to complete the Y wave. We've come down A, B, C, and we've come down and we've completed our wave Y, potentially completed our wave Y, and potentially completing a wave 2 pullback. As you can see, we've come right down to the yellow box, and currently we're seeing a little bit of bounce off the golden ratio. So if we can bounce from this level, that's when you can see the continuation of the wave 3. All this needs to be moved over here due to the price movement. You're gonna do this. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're working towards all your goals and aspirations. Nice to be back here in Canada, just visiting with my family, so all is well. All right, guys, so this is potentially what we're looking at here, where this is your wave 1 in pink, this is your wave 2 pullback. Your wave 2 usually going to see a bounce off the 618, the 0.786. We're starting to see a little bit of bounce, so if we could come up and break this down sloping trend line, that could give us more confirmation that we are going to see that push here. I'm just going to move these price targets over. Let's move it way over here. These were just some key levels to watch based off previous price action over the last year or so. So if we can come up and break this trend line, then we can put in that wave 3 that could take you all the way up to about 27.8K. And to measure that, take your trend base extension from the bottom of wave 1 to the top to the bottom of wave 2. If we bounce here off the 0.618, then you target, then you target the 1.618 at about 29.3K. So we can move this up a little bit here. And of course, the potential wave 5 to complete the wave 3, and then put in that wave 4 pullback in the final wave 5 to complete that larger wave 3 here in green. But of course, it can all be invalidated, easily can all be invalidated. If Bitcoin comes down, we lose this trend line of support, and we come down and we lose this wave 2 low here at about 18.9K, 18.8K. We can easily come back down here on the... We can easily come down and break this low at about 17.7K. As you can see, none of this move is super impulsive to the upside. We're still basically trading within a range, so we can easily come down, lose this low, and come down to that 11 to 13K price target. If we look at the DXY, we did see a rejection off the 1.414, which we've been covering on the channel. Really not strong support here, but this is quite a powerful uptrend. So if we just see continuation to the upside, we break the 1.414, head for the 1.618. Of course, we'll see the price of Bitcoin go down, but if we were to continue to get rejected here, we really don't have that much support until we come down to this white box at about 100 to about 102, which could lead to a large breakout for BTC. Now, there is that alternative wave count, which I do think is a likely scenario, which will quickly open up here. And I think it's on Gemini actually. And what I'm looking at here is that this is currently we're going through a wave 4 pullback. We've already met the minimum target, the 0.236. And we're still looking for a final wave 5 to take you down to that 11 to 13K price target. That is my expectation. I'd be quite surprised if this were to be the bottom. I don't think it's a likely scenario. I think it's much more likely we could see a bottom around November. Usually November, December is historically bullish months for crypto, and we have the US election around that time. And I think inflation will start to come down around that time as well. So that's when we could see the large turnaround in the market. But in my opinion, I think there's one more wave down to 11 to about 13K. That's basically it for BTC. As of right now, we have completed a WXY pattern. So if we can see continuation, we break this trend line, that's when we can start to put in that wave 3. That could take you all the way up here to about 30K. And as I mentioned, if we do come down and we lose this trend line, then I would be more confirmation, especially if we lose the previous bull market high, that we are going to see that continuation to the downside. Bring us back down to this, fill this wick here at about 17K and come down to that 11 to 13K price target. If we come down, we lose this low here at about 18.9K, would invalidate this wave count, and that's when I would expect lower prices. But in my opinion, as long as we hold this trend line here, we could still see that nice push back to the upside for our friend Bitcoin. That is it for this one. If you want my exact entries, exits, and take profits, it's $10 a month till the end of the month. Recently gave a juicy Ethereum short trade here, and we recently locked in some juicy gains on our Gala trade. So if you want my exact entries, exits, and take profits for my leverage trades, for my spot trades, you can see what I'm doing with my HODL all positions. You can take a look at the member profits as well. You can sign up through the Patreon link. We also have over 2,000 members posting chart patterns, talking all things crypto, and you can check it out through the Patreon link. If you want to trade with me, sign up to Bybit. You can check out my full length tutorial, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, much love. Take care.